I'd like to call this meeting to order. Thursday, September 18th, regular board meeting. Mrs. Oakley, would you take a roll call, please?
Yes, Armato,
Here.
Bearden, Heidel,
Here.
Hilton, Kancianik,
Here.
Johnson,
Here.
Klein,
Here.
Lawrence,
Here.
Spence. 6 present, 3 absent, we have a quorum.
Mr. Hilton let us know that he's got a conflict. He'll be a couple minutes late probably.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Moment of silence, please. Thank you. Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez, you have a presentation, I believe?
Yes, Mr. Vice President, thank you very much. It is my honor tonight to recognize some individuals who have been working very hard within our district. And for board members, as well as the public, I will call your attention back to the curriculum committee meeting where Mr. Oxenford went over what he called the tip reports and was able to show board members the tremendous level of growth that we have seen with our English as a second language or EL learners. That was done on purpose, knowing full well that I was going to be inviting those individuals here to be recognized. But more than that, obviously, we look at our own data and we're very, very pleased at the work that these individual staff members have done with their students because it leads directly into our mission. But more than that, and there it is, they have received national recognition through the Flashlight 360 program that this board heard the need for and we purchased. And these wonderful individuals, teachers, instituted it well. They conducted themselves with great amount of teamwork and effort, and it showed up by being recognized nationally as one of the top growth getters. And as everyone knows, I'm pretty crazy about growth. So I would like to congratulate them, but they don't know that we're also giving them a letter of commendation in their file, and each of them will be receiving the Superintendent Award for their maximum effort with our students. Thank you. Okay, so it is our tradition to give a little gift so that you can celebrate with your family. So you can put this on your son now.
Yes.
It's this is yours. So there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. It's blue. And this is your letter of commendation as well as your award. And we're going to be asking you.
Oh, yes, and.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Put that down.
How about I take?
No, boy, you better get it. Here, just pop that down. And do a pop that over right the chair there. And just do that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a forever goal.
Yep.
This is more
Goes between two thumbs.
Yes. But that's
Say,
why.
say, where do you want it? Very good.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Margaret.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Use it forever.
Okay. So it's really for the result last month or last year's budget. Yeah. That's something.
I don't know, I just thought that is.
Yeah, no,
Curious to understand.
Very good.
That's right, you're all good. That's very helpful. I did see that too when I was doing our.
Share, and will you hold that for 1 second, please? Yeah, I've done this before, we think I figured it out.
What are you saying, Mike? Thank you, I'm so very appreciative.
Please.
Very good.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Yes, congratulations. And last, but certainly not least, it's all right, thank
Yeah.
Right on the chat.
One more time, one more.
Oh, wait, yes.
You know, when you would change
So
the
speak.
procedure for something, and they would be like, something.
Congratulations.
I get it.
All right, please enjoy the
Yeah.
cupcakes. Thank you, and again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not like you go out and
Yeah,
or Keystone.
Yeah. Yeah, so I get some of those complaints if it's at home.
And then you kind of, you just kind of expect.
Yeah.
Off we go.
Thank you for your patience with that, and thank you very much for everything you've done for our students and our district. Mrs. Oakley, minutes from last meeting, please.
Thank you. Mr. Vice President, I would like to present the minutes from the regular board meeting held on August 21st, 2025.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Johnson, if you could do the list of bills and the treasurer's report, please.
Mr. Vice President, I'd like to present the treasurer's report from August 2025 and the list of bills from August 2025. And I have a couple of notes I wanted to pull out of that, and a question or two for Ms. Jampa. Ms. Oak, sorry. Still there, deep inside.
I know.
Okay, so one thing of note, state revenue still has not come in because there's no state budget. Another thing that I wanted to ask is, just for a little explanation of what happens on our end if the flat funding that's been proposed by the state senate would pass. Like, what does that mean for us in context of the budget that we passed?
So the budget that we passed, we did include about $1.5 million of extra revenue over last year's funding. So if the budget at the state level passed flat, we would be an additional deficit of $1.5 million.
Do you have any other notes as far as cyber or anything else?
I'll have some comments at the Finance Committee meeting.
Okay.
As I've received some information in terms of other strategies, so I'll let the board know about that at the October meeting.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. That's all I got. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Next on the agenda is the committee reports. I'll start out with the Policy and Personnel Committee held September 4th this month. The first policy that they discussed, I missed the meeting, was Policy 903. There's been some discussion on that, and that was returned back to committee to come upon an agreement, and then we'll bring it to the committee of the whole, maybe the next meeting. Policy 12 on nepotism was forwarded to the board tonight for their approval. Upcoming for that committee, in October, we're going to be reviewing the board policy, procedures, and administrative recommendations. In November, we're going to be reviewing bullying and cyberbullying. As far as personnel, Mr. Boyer spoke to an MCIU candidate database. It's a recruiting mechanism that would provide candidates access to open positions across the county school districts. And our next meeting will be October 2nd. Thank you. Mrs. Lawrence, Curriculum Committee, please.
Thank you. We had a presentation on our CTE program from our director of that, Ms. Fowler. And she discussed the fact that, we have 9 different programs, gave us some enrollment numbers on each of those. Also talked about the amount of funding we get from a bunch of different sources. The NOCD testing, which is the testing that is done on the CTE students, has gone up for the most part in the last year or so. Then she spoke about a few of the future initiatives. Some of them are really exciting, about like the urban greenhouse idea and extending classrooms to different places. So really just building that program even more. Then we also had the, as Mr. Rodriguez had said, Mr. Oxenford gave us some updates on some of the ways we increased our scores on some of the different proficiency testings we've had. So especially the one we talked about tonight with the ESL. Also, also just our growth, how that has really risen a lot in the last year or two. Doesn't look like a lot from the numbers, but statistically, it's pretty. It's very encouraging that the numbers are going up. And that's it. Our next meeting is October 2nd.
Thank you very much. Mr. Hilton, Facilities and Finance.
Thank you. Mr. Willauer gave a virtual presentation on what needs to be done to our 2 buildings that are in need of repair. That's the administration building and the Edgewood building. 3 things that are needed are roofs, HVAC system, and doors and windows. And the total cost is about half of what was originally projected. There are no engineering costs for the roofing because the roofing companies do that. And the first thing that would need to be done is the roofs. You can't do the HVAC system until you have the new roofs in. So I believe we're going to hear about roofs perhaps at the next facilities meeting. And I think that's what Mr. Royer was recommending that we do first, is roofs. So then we went on to the normal finance things, some contracts to be approved, the annual settlement of per capita occupation tax resolution we need to pass, and we're voting on PSBA officers. That's it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hilton. Public Relations, Community Engagement, Mrs. Johnson.
Thank you. So the main part of our meeting for public relations and community engagement was a presentation by Howard Brown, giving a presentation about the Pottstown Regional Community Foundation, which used to be Pottstown Area Health and Wellness Foundation. They rebranded, so he wanted to share a little bit about why and some of the work that they were doing. One of the things that they gave us a picture of was their grant making. They said that there was 11,000 plus residents who have been impacted by their grants. Their grant approval rate is 82%. The average grant amount was $27,000. They are very focused on community-led type of projects, including, and I want to hop down here, they were doing some very small level micro grants for neighborhoods and communities, and really trying to target the needs where they were at a neighborhood level. Other areas of grant impact were maternal and child health, K-12 whole child wellness, youth preparedness, community health access. They also have done a lot of work on advocacy and specifically education, equity, funding equity, and health equity, including bringing on Dr. Myra Forrest as their education advocate. Let's see what else to pull out here. They are trying to be very holistic and sustainable with what they do. One of the things that we talked about was just the unlocking of potential, for them to see where there was potential that just needed some financial resources and just be able to target there so that things could get started. And they gave so many examples of projects they have done that they have invested into in the early stages that have then taken off. And it was remarkable to me how many of those were ones that we all know about. They've just had a really powerful impact. We also gave a little budget update. I talked about how the SEPTA piece of the state budget had basically been taken off the table by being dealt with, not through the budget, let's just say. So the hope would be that that would help the budget move. We are still here without a budget. So I urged board and community members to contact State Senator Pennycook and other legislators to make sure that everyone is continuing to advocate for cyber charter reform and equitable school funding. Mercedes Jackson gave a FAC update, letting everybody know that if you're interested in being involved with the Family Advisory Committee, which is going to continue its structure of having a meeting one month and an event the next month, you can contact them at Family Advisory Committee 2019@gmail.com. And then I was afraid I was gonna forget it again, just so you know. I forgot, we had a video prepared by Anthony and Mr. Rodriguez about a preview for something we're gonna have much more in depth next month related to Mr. Rodriguez's educational trip over the summer. But since he's here, I'm not gonna show the video, I'm just gonna let him tell us maybe what we missed out on that day.
Thank you, thank you. I'm excited that Mrs. Johnson gave me a little bit of a platform and said, hey, we'd like to hear what it is that you're learning. Just as a reminder to board members, and it was a while ago, you gave me permission to go on an academic scholarship. The taxpayers did not pay for this trip. It was a scholarship, and it's a nationwide scholarship. So this year, Pennsylvania sent a few administrators, total of 5. I'll tell you all about that on the day, but it was not a vacation. It was professional development from the moment we woke up till the moment we went to sleep. It was an adventure of a lifetime, no question about that. And the connections to education, because one of the things that in my application process, perhaps, I don't know, but perhaps one of the reasons that I was chosen is because I said, I want to learn how other places do education so that we can make it better here in Pottstown. So I don't want to do the macro stuff. I want to figure out what we can use to make us better. So I was one of the selected scholarships, and I'm really, really happy about it. I've learned a lot. I've already been presenting to some of our internal staff, and they're excited about some of the things that we can potentially do to improve the educational experience. So with that, I'll leave everything else for a different time. But if you do choose to be there or participate, just know that I hope it will be interactive. So my job will not be to simply go through 74 slides and talk a lot. It's going to be to ask questions, get interaction, and maybe give just a little bit of a flavor of some of the things that we're going to be doing, hopefully in the near future, with your consent and knowledge. Thank you.
And just one last thought for that. That would be the next public relations and community engagement meeting that we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to be very intentional about making sure that discussion is open, like that's all board members, that it's not just committee members.
That's the end of your report, Mrs.
That is
Johnson.
it?
Thank
Oh,
you.
except the Montgomery
We're not there
County's.
yet.
Okay. Often, I'm used to, okay. You let me know.
74 slides and you know the number, that's a little intimidating. Mrs. Johnson,
All right.
the Montgomery County Legislative.
Thank you. There isn't, or all I was going to say is there really isn't much of a report for that because the first meeting of the new school year will be October 6th. And Children First is going to be there to present to us, presumably, about the state budget, which we cannot, it's like Groundhog Day all over again.
Thank you. Mrs. Kanzianik, PSBA report, please.
Yes, I just have a couple reminders. The next Complementary Alliance Partner webinar is November 19th, and the title of that is The Impacts of Developmental Trauma on Learning. It's been mentioned before, but tonight we are going to vote on the PSBA officers. They're all running unopposed. The school leadership conference is October 19th through the 21st. The delegate assembly is directly after that on October 21st. In conjunction with Millersville University and PSVA Institute, they're still offering the AI in Education course. The next cohort starts in January. And on the My PSVA portal, you can go into the Gain Knowledge tab and find all of the videos I've mentioned ever. There was a couple that I didn't even know about, which one of them was about Earned Income Tax, Act 93, special ed funding. It goes a little bit in depth. They do cost, I think, like $10 each. So if you, most of the time when I mention it, the first time it's complimentary, and then I guess they charge, I don't know, but that's what it said. That's all I have, thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Lawrence, MCIU report?
Yes, this is reporting on the last meeting was the end of August, so it was our first meeting of the year. So obviously a lot of approval of different contracts and beginnings of staff. We had, I think they said they hired 200 new hires for the MCIU. Also talking about the budget, Dr. Speaker did send a letter to Governor Shapiro about the budget impasse and trying to encourage him to pass that, and also dealing with the charter issue. They also mentioned a couple of upcoming fundraisers. The MCIU Education Foundation has a Box Cubs fundraiser on October 22nd. If you donate $5, you get a coupon for 25% off that day. Also, the trivia night, which they do every year, is Friday, November 7th. It's in Bluebell from 6 to 10. So if you want more information, it's on their website, on the MCIU website. So that's it.
Thank you very much. And in my opinion, we always save the best for last with the student report. Mr. Elias Hudson.
Thank you, Sir Vice President. Good evening, board members. I'd like to start my report from the high school level tonight. To start off, the girls volleyball team had their first win in the program's history, which is pretty big, and I believe they got another one as well, so they got 2 wins so far. To add on, HOSA, DECA, and the junior NAACP chapters had their first informational meetings. The class of 2029 begin their class office elections. This group of freshmen are by far the best freshmen I've ever had to deal with, to be honest. So it's,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Homecoming Spirit Week, 13th to the 17th of October. Following from that, the homecoming pep rally and football game will take place on October 17th, and the dance will take place on Saturday, the 18th. And then the theme for this year, the sophomores picked it, it's Night in Brio, so it's pretty interesting. And add on to that, we have our rival football game next Friday away at Pottsgrove at 7 p.m. Early Childhood Education Program will be hosting their annual trunk or treat event on October 25th. National Honor Society inductions, I don't have a specific date quite yet, but it should be sometime in the beginning of October. HOSA will be having their annual bake sale on October 10th. And then to conclude the high school report, we have Children's First, Voices for Education Committee. We'll be having their first field trip tomorrow morning at the MCIU for education funding advocacy. Moving along, I don't have a report from the middle school for today, but from the elementary level, Franklin had their new principal, Mr. Dargan. The school's focus for this year is parental engagement. With the hope of improving the student performance and growth, they will be celebrating their students a lot this year when they meet the expectations. Monthly recognition will take place for the students, class, and/or grade with the highest rate of attendance. They welcome parental support in all these endeavors. Additionally, we have Rupert. They have their FOR, Ice Cream Social, their FOR, McDonald's Night, Meet the Teacher Night, Picture Day, and Book Bingo. Barth had their Welcome Back Barbecue, their September Quality Club meeting, Principals Assembly for August and September, Reading Picnic, GPTL, Tennis and STEAM for 3rd and 4th grade, and Barb's Best celebration for September. Finally, Lincoln had their Lincoln's McDonald's Night. The Kids in Need Foundation and Toyota provided backpacks for school supplies for every student in their school. They're starting their monthly attendance challenge, and then they're also starting their fruit and veggies program as well. And that concludes our report for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Rodriguez, Superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Members of the board, usually in the beginning of the school year, I take a moment before we dive into the agenda to just report on a few things. And I love following Mr. Hudson because I'm actually going to touch base on a couple of things that he talked about. So we had an excellent opening of school. Just as a reminder to board members, we structured things so that the first 4 weeks are actually 4-day weeks. So all of our students and staff, minus one, staff have to come in on for one of the Fridays for professional development, but they're 4-day weeks. This is our first full week, and all reports that I get are that it's full steam ahead for the Pottstown School District. There are a few things that this board asked me to keep track of as a result of some of the decisions that we needed to make last year. So I want to be faithful to that and report out on a couple of items. First of all, we did a slight redistricting for Rupert, and one of the things that we were looking at is whether or not that was going to cause some level of disruption for those families. I am very happy to report that it's caused absolutely zero disruption, and we've had excellent transitions, and the numbers look really good. We're much closer than we were as opposed to having a 100 student imbalance. With regard to MTSS, as board members will recall, we basically had a 50% reduction in our MTSS coaches, and I just got done with a vital signs meeting yesterday and the day before. I'm happy to say, well, let me say that if we had made these reductions 2 years ago, the growth that we have been seeing in the Pottstown School District, I don't believe would be there. But thankfully, because we have had a firm foundation, at least as of right now, momentum is carrying us through. MTSS coaches say that they are busier than ever, that teachers are reaching out to them on a regular occasion, and everyone is diving in and really owning what it is that we have started here in the Pottstown School District. So I'm really happy to report that. Two more. Music. Elementary band signups just happened. I visited while they had their signups. It was a full house. Whether or not that full house translates into more signups, I'm not sure, but the schedule is set. We have our music teachers who have changed their schedule dramatically, and they will have a much heavier schedule at the elementary school. But they are excited about the opportunity, and we are hoping to grow. Last year, I think we had about 60 students. We're hoping that number will rise in the elementary band. Finally, house model. And I know Mrs. Lawrence has her eyes on this and reminds me every time she sees me. But it is something, as you know, if I were to single out something that I have done in this school district that has made a tremendous difference, I'm eternally grateful that you all said yes when I asked. But the house model, I believe, feeds right into what Mr. Hudson just told you about. Those 8th grade students had 3 years of house model. The 8th grade students this year will be the only ones who never knew anything different except the house model. Things are, and staff are really noticing the difference this year, and I believe they're going to be letting me know. They took some kind of survey or something, so I'm excited to see that, and I'll share it with board members as well. But to be honest, because I believe in honesty, I do have my eyes on the situation, because the houses that had no disruption have almost no major events. You know, we classify things as minor events and major events. So minor events is, hey, stop playing with your pencil. Major events is, you can't shove Johnny in the hallway anymore. So just to give a breakdown, because everybody knows I'm a data guy, in the 5th grade we had 3 major events so far this year. 6th grade, 11 major events, and that is the grade of disruption. 7th grade, 1 major event, and 8th grade, 1 major event. So what am I saying here? Nothing. I'm giving you information. This is a wait and see. That might be a fluke, but if it is not, I will be coming back to the board. So that being as promised.
Is that a change from last year, you're saying?
That is a change from last year because we did not see that discrepancy where one grade level was significantly higher. They have a good plan. I still feel good about what we set up, but again, and I won't be doing this every month, but I wanted to make sure that everyone understood. I heard you loud and clear, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you all the information you need. So with that said, I will ask for Mr. Boyer to walk us through the personnel items, and then Mrs. Oakley will have a few items in the agenda as well. Mr. Boyer.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. Good evening, school board members. For 8.1, personnel resignations, terminations, we have 8 professional resignations and 1 classified. You'll notice that there's 3 corrections related to effective dates in the resignations. Personnel, 9.1 leave of absence. We have 1 Act 93, 2 professional and 1 classified. 10.1 change in position and salary. We have 2 professional and 1 classified. 11.1 elections. We have 4 professional elections and 2 classified. 12.1 professional leaves. We have 6 professional leaves. And 13.1 policy, we have policy 012, nepotism, recommended for your approval.
Moving along tonight, board members, good evening. For your consideration, we have 3 contracts. 2 are for contracted staff, and 1 is for Title I services. We also have the settlement of the per capita occupation tax as presented, and that concludes the consent items tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez, Mr. Boyer, and Mrs. Oakley. Hearings from the patrons, I'd like to remind everyone that this is an opportunity for any resident or taxpayer to address the board. Please refrain from addressing individual board members, and please remember that the board will not respond to any questions posed this evening, but rather will have the administration gather the necessary information to respond to your question and forward a response to your attention. So please make sure that you provide us with your full name and address prior to addressing the board. Presenters, we remind you that you should be as brief as possible and limit your oral presentation to no more than 3 minutes. Having said that, do we have any hearings from the patrons at this time? Mr. Rodriguez? I'm sorry, go
It's
ahead.
okay. Mr. Santiago, do we have anyone online?
Not at this time, Mr. Rodriguez.
Do we have any written
We
comments?
do have a written comment. There's a parent from the district, Renaissance Academy parent, who had a comment. We included that comment for your review at your leisure.
Thank you very much. We then move on to board action. It's
I have a
for,
question.
I'm sorry?
May I ask a question?
Sure.
So for contracts, Mrs. Oakley, I didn't see this section, when I was looking at the agenda this morning. Did this just go in?
No, it's been up there.
It's been up there?
Yeah, we've had all of these contracts.
Yeah.
You ready then, Mrs. Spence, to move on?
Can I just, there's a
Mrs.
second,
Canciani?
sorry, there's a second written comment, I just wanted to.
There's
Okay.
2.
Oh, yeah, one left over from last month.
Oh,
That came in like the day of, but we had already written all of the things in the agenda, and as you know, we don't change it. So,
okay.
thank you. I
Whoever's out there, I
apologize.
just wanted to know.
Yes, yes,
There was
thank you.
more than
Sorry
four
about that.
you-
Under,
Under written comments.
keep going.
Good.
Scroll.
So for the minutes, list of bills and treasurer's report, I'd like a motion to approve.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Hilton.
Second?
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes, thank you. For the board consent items, I'd like a motion to approve the consent items we just covered.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Heidel. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Lawrence. Roll call vote, please.
Lawrence,
Aye.
Spence,
No.
Klein,
Aye.
Armato,
Aye.
Hilton,
Aye.
Cansianic,
Aye.
Johnson, Title.
Aye.
8 ayes, 1 nay, 1 absent, motion carried.
Then it should be seven and one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, thank you. Yeah, 7-1, 1 motion carried.
Thank you. Non-consent PSBA officers, Mrs. Oakley.
Yes, thank you. Attached for your consideration is the slate of non-opposed PSBA officers.
Having that slate in front of us, and after hearing both Mrs. Kansianik and Mrs. Oakley say they're not opposed, we have a motion to vote on this evening.
Do we need hearings,
Oh, yeah.
hearings from the patron first, or is that?
Hearing from the patrons first, Mr. Sultan? Jeez.
You went
Mr.
back.
Kalis, I went back a couple school districts
You need
there.
that hearing from the patrons before the roll call.
For-
Okay. So we'll go for the motion a second first, then hearing
That's
from the
correct.
patrons. So I need a motion if we want to,
So moved.
Mrs. Johnson, second? Mrs. Kansianik. Hearing from the patrons specifically pertaining to the PSBA officer elections.
Not at this time, Mr. Klein.
Thank you.
Yep, I can take
Roll call vote, please.
Armato,
Aye.
Title,
Aye.
Spence,
Yes.
Johnson.
Aye.
Klein,
Aye.
Lawrence,
Aye.
Hilton,
Aye.
Cansianic.
Aye.
8 ayes, 1 absent, motion carried.
Thank you. Does anybody have any unfinished business? Any old business? Any new business? Information, Mrs. Oakley?
Thank you. The monthly meeting notice for October is attached.
Thank you very much. Federation remarks.
Good evening, and I promise, Stephen and I did not make our,
Work together.
we did not collaborate on our remarks, because you're gonna hear some same things, which I guess is great. I feel like I was just standing here welcoming everyone back, but believe it or not, we're finishing up, like you said, the 5th week of school, and teachers have been working hard to teach rules and expectations and of the classroom and the school setting, and we're creating a community of learners and setting them up to have a successful school year. So on September 12th, we had our first data review meeting of the year, and as an elementary teacher, I left the meeting feeling excited for the coming year and for future data review meetings. This is our 3rd year using LinkedIn, and our coaches were ready to utilize all the data and help us to interpret it. And our coaches had a big job since they went from a group of 4 to a pair of 2. Our awesome elementary coaches, Kelly Walden and Kelly Wiffle, had it all figured out and how to make it work. They took the district-wide data, helped us to compare it to our own data, and then together with other teachers in our same grade level, we were able to share ideas and then figure out ideas to help those areas where we showed weakness, or our kids showed an area of weakness. And then the best part about the whole day was that we got to go back to our buildings and then create those things and plan lessons. So the opportunity to collaborate and plan based on recent data is what's gonna help our kids be successful. And at the end of the meeting, Ryan stopped in and complimented us on our collaborative work, our willingness to listen to others, and to be open to step out of our comfort zone and maybe try new ideas that we weren't maybe used to help our kids learn. And it's always nice to hear from admin that, we're doing a great job. So thanks to the board for realizing that those data days are important days for us, and they're helpful to us staff and our kids to be successful. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Roundtable, Mrs. Spence? Mrs. Kansiani?
I'm sorry, wait, I actually do. I wanted to make a comment about your trip, Mr. Rodriguez. It's great that you got a chance to do that. But there's actually locally, not in one state over, a school district, Steubenville, Ohio, that managed to break that barrier of educating our students at a 90, almost 100% at reading level, everyone in the school district. So I would like, if you can make the trip there to find out what they're doing. So I think that's just awesome that there is a district that has the same population as us that managed to break through and give students that grade level in reading math. So that's my comment.
Never been there, I'll look it up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Canziano.
I don't have anything today, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Heidel. Mr. Armato.
Yeah, wow, I have a couple things. So, not really for discussion now, but I was listening intently to Mr. Rodriguez when he spoke specifically about some of the gains that we have made at the middle school because of the house model and also our academic coaches. And knowing that right now, you said we've maintained that level, but we've cut back on all of those resources. So I'm wondering, down the road, we should be prepared, I think, to revisit whether or not we want to continue that progress and support the house model back to its fullest extent, and likewise our coaches back to the fullest extent. If in fact we want to continue that momentum that we've created. One of my favorite subjects, since it's this time of the year where a lot of organizations do car wash fundraisers, I will just remind everybody that you can clean your ride up on Saturday at the high school. The boys soccer team will be there washing cars starting at 11. And if you wash your car, in spite of the fact that we have done in Pottstown the best job we could do with trying to limit the famous Friday night, Saturday night High Street ride, you can still make it up and down High Street in a clean ride. Just saying. So the other thing that I wanted to speak to, it is no secret that I am a great supporter of co-curricular activities, both athletic and non-athletic. And the other night, I had opportunity to stop out at the high school where the band was practicing again under the lights. And that group of people that were there had already gone to school, put in a full day of school, and many of them also were involved with other co-curricular activities at the end of the school day and still managed to be there at practice at night under the lights. At the same time maintaining high standards in academics, attendance, and school behavior. I think that's something that we should all be proud of. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hilton?
Mr. Boyer, I don't have it in front of me. Is Colleen Blue retiring at the end of the school year?
No, she retired, not at the end, she's already retired.
She's retired.
She's already retired?
50 years. Yeah,
She had 50 years?
she did.
Have we ever had a teacher who's had 50 years?
I think she had
Or was it 49?
I thought it was 41.
1978, close to 50. I don't think we've had
Just
it
shy
like
of
that for a few years.
Just think that's
Extraordinary.
remarkable.
I don't know if this is accurate, I tried to look up some stuff related to that, but we did have a teacher at 42, Mr. Adi. But I
So
could
she
be wrong.
wins, he's number 2.
Yeah, I think, I could be wrong. I was trying to look that up.
Just thought I'd note that, because she's back from Francis' day when my wife was. She started when Mrs. Barth was the principal. that was then listed.
Thank you. That's remarkable, actually.
Yeah.
Mrs. Lawrence,
Nothing.
Mrs. Johnson.
Yeah, I feel like, Mr. Amato had a theme with his, that would be, momentum, and I was thinking of the word resourceful. Hearing all the growth and, I know that we started this year with fewer resources than we've had in the past, in terms of adjusting for inflation and all of that, but, we had to make cuts, in other words. And I just want to say how much I appreciate everyone at every level doing more with less. And I feel like I have experienced that so far this year, both from what I've seen as a board member, but as a parent, and just being, when I've been in the schools and feeling that there is still that momentum. And hearing about how we are continuing to use the resources that we've invested in, like Linkit, the ELL curriculum, so many different things that we continue to use. I even was thinking of years ago now, it feels like it was a very long time, the comprehensive plan that we did and how we have implemented it. I don't like investing time or money in things that we don't use. And I feel like on my time, at least on the board, we've used them. And I feel like we've seen the payoff from using them and not just saying, here's this bright new shiny thing, let's try it. But like, house model is a perfect example. We did it, we invested in it, we actually did it, followed through, not just kind of loosely did stuff. So I really appreciate the whole team for our follow through and our resourcefulness, especially right now when resources feel tight. It's continuing to make a difference that we are doing everything we can with what we have. It's noticeable.
Thank you. This is all well stated. Mr. Hudson, do you have anything else?
Anything today?
Okay. If nobody else has anything,
I do, very quickly.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, thank you. Dr. D would be very upset with me if he did not, if I did not recognize the fact that our graduation rate has also just been tremendously high compared to where we were. And it's interesting that the comprehensive plan was mentioned because that was a big part of it. So we knew that it was going to take a while to fix a system. You can't just work on the high school, you got to work on the whole thing because that's where we're at. But I just saw some of the data and we're looking pretty good. Dr. D, he is bound and determined to beat the state average and make us a shining example. And I got to tell you, I think he's going to do that. Finally, I had the pleasure of meeting with my fifth Secretary of Education since I have been superintendent. I've met 6 of them, but he wasn't in, the sixth guy wasn't in anymore. So Dr. Kerry Rowe presented to the superintendents of Montgomery County, gave us some incredibly important updates. And I'll be able to share with board members a little bit more, but more specifically, a situation which we have not been able to gain ground on in Pottstown. I was able to write down the details and put it in her hand, and she said, Stephen, thank you, I'm gonna look into this. So I just wanna say thank you for supporting me and helping this place get better. Mr. Vice President.
Thank you very much for that also. A lot of good news tonight, a lot of great news tonight. If nobody has anything else, we will adjourn the meeting with a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.